Welcome to the Pastor Chira Show. I'm Pastor Chira, and today we launch. We launch into new territory. We launch into new mindset. We launch into new relationships. Are you ready to launch out? Come on and launch out with me as we go into this conversation on today. And today, I am honored to be with one of my brothers. I mean, one of my brothers. We go way, way back from a long, long time. And we have history. We have history together. And I am excited to bring him on in this month of Men's Health Awareness Month. And he is going to wrap us up because he has some information to give to us about men's health awareness. Because he's got a story. He got a story to tell. And the story is from none other than Sean Bell. Yes, it is Sean Bell. I'm so excited. Hey, Sean Bell.
What's going on? So it's so funny. People usually say the whole name, Sean Tyrone Bell, or Sean Bell, but that's cool. What's going on, Pastor Chira?
Listen, you know you got one name, and it's not Sean Bell, it's Sean Bell. Your first and last name is one name.
Everybody does it. Everybody.
Absolutely. Because it's who you are. It is the staple of you. I'm so excited that you are here with us today just to give us a little bit about you and what you've been through and some of the stuff that you've been doing, because you're an enterprise all by yourself. But before we get into that, how about you introduce yourself to the viewing audience?
Not a problem. So listen, let me give it back to my sister. We go way back. I've known Pastor Chira when she was Chira, all right? But listen, guys, I can't even stress enough. Long time. We've known each other for a long time. It has to be over 20-something years. Has to. But my name is Sean Tyrone Bell. I reside in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is where I was born and raised. Did move out the city a little bit, but basically from Philadelphia. Work a full-time job. I'm an operations manager for American Airlines. I work in ministry. Actually, my former church that I actually was a part of, I was actually a part of that ministry for 27 years. And I was underneath the one leader for 27 years. So and even now I still work in ministry, helping different churches out and different things like that. Like I said, I work a full-time job. And then I'm in multi-level marketing. So basically I have a business. Actually I have multiple businesses, but basically that's who I am. I'm very outgoing. I love people. I'm a deacon, deacon by by the Christian world, I guess you want to say that. I'm a deacon, and basically I love people. I love to have fun. And like Chira said, I do have a story, but we'll get into that. But I just want to tell a little bit about myself, though. That's me.
Yes, that is you, and that's just a little bit of you, because there is so much of you that you can give and that you have given. And like you said, you were at one ministry for 27 years, and that's a long time. I mean, I think I was with you for about 20, 22, 23 of those years that we were at that, right. So we were at the same ministry. And we went through a lot. We went through a lot there, a lot of transitions, a lot of growth, a lot of maturing, a lot of things. And that's where you became a deacon. But you have gone through some things in your time. What kept you in your place of steadfastness and continuance, even in that 27 years of being at the same ministry? Like, That's a long time to not be the
Mm-hmm.
pastor, to be a member, and to serve. What
Mm-hmm.
kept you there? What kept you doing that?
Very good question, Pastor Chira. A lot of people ask me that all the time, and so this is what I tell people. Um, there's no perfect leader.
Mhm,
There's no perfect pastor.
mhm.
But what I seen in my leader was always wanting a spirit of excellence, and also always worked with a spirit of excellence, and always commanded, excellence. Always commanded things to be right. Because you worked right underneath, and things had to be in order, and you know no excuses. Never always wanted to come with results. You couldn't come with the head down, like, and it would be like, okay, well, what's wrong with you today? You okay?
Mhm,
You okay?
mhm.
So,
Right.
you know, and I just, I just look at people as, even though people might be leaders, or Christian leaders, or whatever leaders. At the end of the day, they're still human beings.
Right. That is a major part of it because there is no one's perfect. We all have our flaws. We all have our shortcomings. But what I will say, that was commanded of all of us, was excellence. And I think anyone that came through that door that was connected in any kind of way, all of us, from the beginning, from 1990, what was it, 1992, 1993, to the time of his passing, like
Hmm.
anyone, we all we all gave excellence. It was 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. That is
Hmm.
what we were told. That is what we were taught. And that is now what we do because it was put
And
in us. Because it was put in us. Even with, our education, everything that we do, it's 5 star.
mhm.
I think that is something that was instilled in us, and that's what we carry. That's who we are. That's what we do. And so with you being in, you don't have one business, and again, we learned this, like, we don't put everything in one basket, right? You do different things to get things, because you don't want to all put everything in one place and then that fail and then you don't have anything else. We were taught that too. We were taught to diversify. We were like, there was so much that we
Because
got.
I remember, and I'll say our pastor, like former pastor or whatever, he had a job. He wasn't
He did have a
just a
job.
pastor.
That's
So
right.
he did have to go to work sometimes. And because I served under him so long, I kind of was his assistant. So I kind of knew a lot of things. And no, he had to go to work, for years.
That's
And
right.
so I look at the work ethic, like, no, he didn't
Yeah.
just pastor and say, no, he'd say, I had to go to work. I had to do some things
Right.
to,
Right.
and yep. So I look at that now, like, I do, like, I have a business, my full-time job, but I got a side B and a side C too.
Hey, listen, I got my full time. I'm pastoring, right? I got this. We have things, but everything that we do, we invest into others. We invest into
That's right.
us, but we also invest into others in everything that we do. And so I want to talk a little bit with this being men's health awareness. Even in your serving, it came to a time where you served and you weren't able to, because of situations and circumstances. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. And since this is Men's Health, listen up, men, because this was major for me. I'm a go person. I just never stop. They used to call me the Energizer. Used to
Yes.
call me Super Deacon because I just go. But in 2018, around the summertime, I had got really sick. Didn't know what was going on. I had went to the doctors, but honestly, I really wasn't. Before this time, I really wasn't going to the doctors like I should have been. And I'm gonna shorten it up, but in 2000 September 2018, I was coming back from a conference of one of the businesses that I was in, and I was 35,000 feet in the air, and I lost my breath. I didn't have any oxygen, nothing. Before that time, I was already really getting sick. Wasn't sure. Went to the doctors. They said, "Oh, it might be this. Here, take this 7 days." And I would take it. Certain things would go away, but then certain things would still be there. Still had, I really couldn't walk. I would walk. I would be out of breath. And
Mm.
it was crazy. So 35,000 feet in the air. I got on the ground. They called. I was with actually my mentors, Miss Nina Rochelle Moore, and I was with Elder Barry and some other ones. And they called the ambulance. I was right at my place of business, the airport. They called the ambulance. I went right away. Right away. I had to go right away because I was this close to death. Like
Wow.
this close. And honestly, I stayed in the hospital for almost like 60 days, through
Wow.
rehab and different things like that. Come to find out, there's no secret. It was upper respiratory, but I had pneumonia in both my lungs. I had pneumonia in both my lungs. And it came from
Wow.
just, um, honestly, they don't even really know where it came from because they kept asking me, "Are you a smoker? Or have you had asthma?" And so here's
Right.
the deal. This was the crazy thing. For years, if people know me, I always breathed hard, and
Right.
people used to
Yeah.
say, "Oh, Sean, I hear you breathing. Like, are you sleep or?" And I said, "No, I'm okay. I'm okay." Like for years, and this is, I mean, years. Had no
Yeah.
idea, and had no idea till 2018 that I was that sick. And when I was in the hospital, the first day I went there, the doctor, well, a couple of days that I was there, the doctors told me that I had been walking around with this, whatever it was, for five months, literally almost 5 months.
You
So
had to walk around with it for 5 months.
right, right.
Wow. Wow.
That
But
that
wait,
was okay.
before you finish, we it's on that time for us to go to commercial, and we getting good. We getting good. So listen, I want y'all to stay tuned. Stay right there, because on the other side, we're going to hear the rest of his story and how he got to where he is today. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone. This is Pastor Chira, and I want to invite you to subscribe to the Pastor Chira Show YouTube channel because we are about to bring you exclusive footage from the 2022 Pastors and Leaders Summit. I want you to go to our YouTube channel. I want you to go to our Facebook page. I want you to go to our Instagram page. And I want you to subscribe. I want you to follow us. I want you to be with us because you don't want to miss this footage that's about to come from the Pastors and Leaders Summit 2022. I need you to do it. Go now, go now, go now. Subscribe, follow us because you're about to get vaccine footage from the Pastors and Leaders Summit, the Pastor Chira Show. Find it, like it, follow it, subscribe. I'll see you soon. We are back, and we are back hearing the story of Deacon Sean Tyrone Bell, otherwise known as Sean Bell. Yes. And so you were you were telling us about how the doctors were saying that you had to walk around with this for 5 months. Tell us, keep going.
Yes, 5 months. And I mean, when I tell you, I was seriously, I was really sick unto death. You know, they had to do a lot of treatments. They honestly said they had never really seen something like this because most times when people are sick and they get pneumonia and all those different things like that or upper respiratory infections, usually it just affects one side. But mine, it affected both lungs, and they both were just shaded, as if I didn't even really even have any lungs. And
Mm.
that was the crazy thing. So I was in the hospital. They went through treatments. I'm gonna be honest with you. What people think now, and I'm going to say this, people actually think I had COVID. They think I was like, even though COVID. And so here's the deal: COVID had came out right after that. Like I had got better, like the end of 2018 and going into
Mhm.
2019. Remember? in 2019, COVID, now it was called COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So, and all of the symptoms and everything that I was going through, what I had is what people were going through that had COVID. So, I'm not saying that's what I had, but that's what now a lot of people are speculating, like, Sean, I think that's what you had, because I was on the ventilators and I was on so much different equipment that, my bishop, my pastor, and my mom, and, my family, they shut the hospital down because they was just like, you know what, we don't want the people to see you like this. All we looking for is a miracle.
Right.
At this point,
right.
Because that's what it took. And honestly, even today, I tell my testimony all the time. I am a walking miracle. But
right.
Forward, I am here now, and this is why I'm so passionate with health and wellness. I was actually in another company, but I was introduced to this company in December of 2020. Okay. And I had no idea. It's a minority. It's a black owned company. It's a minority owned company. Out of Houston. It's called Tava. Now it's Tava International, because we're in Jamaica and United States and Canada. Wow. Now we just launched in Mexico and other places like that. But when I tell you these products, and the thing is, they are supplements, and but they help optimize our health. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, I've taken supplements and products before. I've taken a whole bunch of other stuff before, but nothing like this.
So you're telling me. So wait, let me get this right. So you're telling me that you went from laying in a hospital bed for 40 days and more to not being able to breathe, to being on a ventilator, to having to learn how to walk again, to just about losing your life, to just about losing your faith.
Yeah. And listen, even more than that, listen, Pastor, listen to this. When I came out the hospital and went to the rehab, they were already setting up at work for me they told me that I was going to have to live on oxygen for the rest of my life.
Where the tank at? I don't see no wires. I don't see no.
I went home with the tanks and stuff and everything, and the stuff was coming to my house. They were making arrangements at work for me to do the medication and everything like that. We were going to have a private room. They were setting all that up. And I was out of work for about 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months or so. But what did I tell you that the man of God said? He said,
I shall live.
I shall live and not die. So I had to speak it. So even when I came home and they had the oxygen, the Lord said, I'm going to be honest with you. This is. The Lord said, what did I tell you?
What did I tell you?
Me.
Right.
I took that oxygen out of my nose and I declared that I was going to be healed. I went back to work in December. I'm still here with no oxygen. And ever since I would say about 2020, I'm not making no medical claims with these products, but I will say I still have to go to the pulmonologist. I still have to go see the lung doctors and different things like that. Every time I go, the first time I went, after I was in this one company that I'm in now, the doctors and everybody said, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Because they looked at me and they was like, "Okay, according to your records, you should be worse off than you are." Right. But I made the doctors and everybody, like, they still to this day, 2022, they're still like, what?
Because God is a miracle worker, and He works miracles so that everybody can see and they can believe. Because I am His walking testimony. I am His walking miracle. I am the good news, right? And that's what you are. You are the good news. You are walking, living, breathing testimony of who God is and what God does. So listen, you have done so much, and you're talking about these products and these things. And so, what is this company that you're in, and what are these products?
So I was introduced to by my mentors who are amazing. Miss Nina Rochelle Moore and her husband Paul Moore. They asked me. They started to be a part of a company, and they asked me in December of 2020 would I be a part of this company. I'm gonna be honest with you. They gave me this little pack of tea right here,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, so listen, at that time, I had gained a whole lot of weight because
Okay.
of just I was on some things and I was like, okay, I gained all the weight. You know how you excited, you eat it, you
Yeah.
just
Right.
everything. But I gained a whole lot of weight, so I was like, okay, you know what I do, and I was in another company and I was trying to lose some weight with some of this stuff, and another here there. This company
Right.
gave me this pack of tea overnight. Overnight, I probably lost a couple pounds, and I was like, wait a
No
minute.
way.
You mean to tell me a tea that I can just shake up in a water bottle and drink it is going to, yes, because this is what they call a detox tea. I had never knew about
Ah.
detox. And the thing is that this detox has four ingredients in it. That's all it has. But it's four great ingredients in here. And the thing
Mhm.
is that I'm telling you, this tea right here, this will clean you out. It will get the toxins out. I do nothing about detoxing. Didn't know that toxins was the foods that we eat and the lotions that we wear
Yes.
and the clothes that we
Mhm.
wear, and even toxins is even people that we're around. So you got
Yes.
to get all of that out of you. And
Hmm.
listen, when I tell you from this is the detox tea. I'm just going to show you the products real quick.
Hmm.
This is the liquid multivitamin. This right
Okay.
here has 95% D3. It has 300% biotin. It has A through zinc. It has selenium. This gives you 95% where people that are taking pills are only getting 5 up to 20% absorption into your body. This right here, a liquid vitamin works faster.
Okay.
And I'm not
Because it's
making no
liquid.
medical claims. It's liquid. I am not making no medical claims, but I've seen people's levels come down.
Hmm.
I've seen some cancer patients have better uh,
Energy.
have better and
Hmm.
no medical claims. But this
Right.
right here, I take this one cap a day. I take this every single day. Then we also have we call this our flare. The flare will take
Okay.
you there. It's a plant-based capsule. It's very small. You can actually open it up and put it inside the vitamins. But this has 7 strands of probiotics. All right. This is a fat burner. This is an appetite suppressant as well. And this is also the B vitamin. So when people say, "Oh, I got to go get a B12 shot," this is your B12 right here. And
Ah.
then we also have this is our CBD coffee. This has no THC in it. Let me make that clear. We have a
Say
certificate of
that
analysis.
again.
There's no THC in here. It is a
Right.
cannabinoid. It is a cannabinoid, but there's no THC in here.
Right.
But this right here helps with aches and pains, inflammation, anxiety. This coffee is 100% Colombian coffee. You can still put your creamers and stuff in it, but it
Hmm.
is absolutely good. My mother takes this, who suffers with dementia. My dad
Hmm.
takes this, who suffers with high blood pressure and
Hmm.
diabetes. And let me tell you something. This coffee right here is amazing. This ain't like the other coffee, Pastor Chira. I'm telling you right now.
So
The
listen.
last
So let's talk. Let's talk. Go back to the coffee real quick, because some people don't even know what the THC means. So it's a cannabinoid coffee, and the cannabinoid really means cannabis. It's a cannabis coffee,
it's a
right?
cannabis.
But
Yeah.
it's not cannabis. So it's the extract from the plant of the cannabinoid that is
Yes.
put into the coffee. The THC that he's referring to is, so when people smoke weed, let's just be honest, because we know a lot of people that do. So when people smoke weed, the THC is the part that gets you high. That's the high part. The
That's it.
cannabinoid is the health part. It's the health agent. So the
That's it.
cannabinoid is what is it attaches to your antibodies in your system in order
Yes.
to help you heal faster with different
Yes.
things. So I wanted people to understand what you were saying about THC and cannabis and cannabinoids, because a lot of people don't understand that. They just
Yes.
be like, I'm drinking Weed tea. No, you're not drinking weed tea. It is not weed tea.
Coffee, no.
It is, or
Oh,
coffee.
okay. Right.
But to have the understanding of what a cannabinoid is and THC is, and why you made that point of there's no THC in it, because that is an important factor. Listen, we're out of time, but can you just tell the people how they can get in touch with you in order to get some of these products?
Well, listen, I'm on all social outlets, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I use the same name. It is always going to be Sean Tyrone Bell. Somebody asked me how did I get my name on Instagram, but I did. So my name is on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Get with Sean. You see it right there. That is my website. That's my website. That goes right to the health and wellness side, and also I have a travel side. That's actually a part of Tava now. So it's all in one. It's amazing. The deals that you can get now. I know that airfare and stuff is high, but I can assist you with on how to get airfare, but also can assist you with hotels and stuff like that, and all-inclusive resorts and stuff like that. I've been doing that for years. Trevor,
Years.
So
you've been doing it for years. I mean, geez.
I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. So if you want to get with me, my name is. You can either Google me or just like I said, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, however you want to do. That's where I'm at. Thank you,
Sean. Thank you so much for giving us this time and for giving us your wisdom and your knowledge and just for sharing you, because you are a wealth to share. And I am so glad that I get to call you friend, brother, and that we get to connect the way that we do. So thank you so much for being on the Pastor Chira show today.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
Listen, this was us. This is what we do. Listen, we share of ourselves because we all know that health and wellness matters. We matter in what we do and how we take care of ourselves. So listen to your body. Listen to yourself. Go to the doctors. Take care of you. Get in touch with Sean. See what you can get, because your health, your wellness, it matters. I'm Pastor Chira. This is the Pastor Chira Show, and I will see you next week. God bless. Coming up on the Pastor Chira Show. I am so excited about this. So, you two are you two are a couple that a lot of people look up to.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. Praise God.
Yes.
Glory to God.
Because you've been doing this a whole long time. How long have you been?
58 years.
Did you say 58 years? I'm not even 50.